so much time to sit down.
You're listening to Passion with Dr. Laurie Bettito on CJAD 800.
Tonight on Passion is the night that we take a look at sex in the news, and also we find out what's happening in Montreal. And there's always some interesting talks and things happening. So, as usual, the Montreal Center for Anxiety and Depression has something up their sleeve for the holiday season, because they are going to be talking about the winter blues, how to deal with what happens at this time of year. I know that in my business, I'm busier than ever at this time of year, and it has a lot to do with the weather and seasonal, anxiety, depression, and just the blahs. So we're going to find out about that. And we have Sandra Reich on the line, who is the clinical director of the Montreal Center for Anxiety and Depression. Hi, Sandra.
Hi, Dr. Laurie. How are you?
I'm good, and thankfully not feeling too bluish this winter yet.
We're okay so far.
How common, really, is seasonal anxiety?
It's actually very common. So the change of seasons in general is quite challenging for people, but particularly at this time of year.
Of course, it's the cold, the lack of sunshine, it's all of that. Who's more prone to seasonal affective disorder?
Much more women than men, interestingly enough. We're not really 100% sure why, but women are definitely more prone to it than men. And what happens is as the sunlight starts to be less, we become more and more vulnerable. Throw in the holidays and the pressure that comes with the holidays, and we've got like a perfect storm, so to speak.
Oh, it really is. When you think about September, just think about what happens in September for most women. Back to school, right? Exactly. All the preparations, right? They're the ones running around, getting the school supplies and getting organized and going to meetings and all of this stuff. There's a lot of pressure in September. They get a bit of a respite that starts to get colder and colder, and then bam, now they have to start thinking about all the Christmas organization and then before that, Thanksgiving. So there's a lot of actual pressures, especially for women who tend to do more.
Yes, and run the household, of course.
Right, and run the household. So it's really no surprise. So what's going on? Can you give us a little nugget of...
Absolutely. We decided to do like a double feature this time on December 23rd. We figured that's the time of year that there's not that many talks around, and people sometimes are going through very challenging times. So we decided to offer two talks.
Okay.
One talk is, as you said, have you got the winter blues, and try to understand why that happens, offering tips and strategies. And we're following it the same night with a talk on managing seasonal anxiety and depression, not only at Christmas, but throughout the year, different seasons as things come up. So normally the talk would be $19.99 for a talk, but we're offering, if you come to one talk, the second talk is free.
Great. Well, that's a good deal for learning some tips.
Well, we got to get something at this time of year, eh?
Well, you're giving back, and that's okay. Can you give us, Sandra, just a couple of tips we could walk away with?
Absolutely. Well, one of the most important things is very basic, but we often forget about it, is we've got to move our bodies. Move your body, because you got a lot going on. We're eating more. We've got pressure on us. Exercise has a profound effect on seasonal affective disorder,
really?
a profound effect on anxiety, a profound effect in immunizing ourselves against depression. So that's number one. Number two, try to get outside. Try to get outside, even if just for a few minutes. And remind yourself that we're all going through this, because we get caught up in this sort of quote-unquote Facebook phenomena that everybody's having a good time but us. It's not true.
Right.
It's simply not true. We all go through pressures at this time of year.
That's quite true.
Be easy on yourself.
Be kind to yourself.
Yes, indeed, especially at this time of year. Be kind. If you're feeling a bit down, it's okay. Don't put that extra pressure on yourself that I should be feeling happy because it's Christmas. Says who? Says sort of the
Santa.
image and the fantasy. Right.
Right.
Well, but if we're gentle with ourselves, it can be a little bit easier on ourselves. It's okay. Some moments are going to be good. Some moments are not going to be good.
Right.
And that's okay. Change is hard. Pressure is hard. Holidays are expensive. These are all normal things to trigger us.
But it's the way you see it, and the attitude, of course.
Absolutely.
Towards that.
Absolutely.
Right.
Again.
Sandra, if people want to sign up, give us some directions here.
Yeah, please call us at 514-777-4530 or the website at helpforanxietydepression.com.
Sandra Reich, thank you so much for joining us once again, and we will talk to you soon. Happy holidays.
Yeah, to you too, Dr. Laurie. Thank you.
Thanks, Sandra. Bye-bye. That's Sandra Reich, Clinical Director of the Montreal Center for Anxiety and Depression. Again, those talks are taking place December 23rd in the evening, starting at 6 p.m. So if you're available, reserve your spot. They do go fast. Helpforanxietydepression.com, helpforanxietydepression.com.